Module 1, Lesson 2. What is diabetes mellitus? Welcome to Lesson 2. In the previous lesson, we looked at digestion, insulin, and blood sugar. In this lesson, we'll look at diabetes, its types, symptoms, and causes. Diabetes results from problems with insulin, specifically when there's no insulin, too little, or too much. Type 1 diabetes. Here, the body stops producing insulin. People with type 1 diabetes need insulin to survive. They take insulin injections because though insulin is a hormone, it's also a protein, so if it's swallowed, it will get digested in the stomach and will not be able to act. Type 2 diabetes. Here, there are different problems with insulin depending on the stage of the disease. It starts with too much insulin, then insulin does not work, and finally, too little insulin. The more carbohydrates you eat, the more insulin your body produces. As mentioned in the previous lesson, insulin acts as a bridge for glucose to enter the cells. From the fat storage end, as fat stores fill up, they bend the insulin bridge, making it more difficult for glucose to pass. When fat stores eventually fill up completely, the bridge breaks and glucose can no longer enter the cells. Blood glucose level continue to rise because glucose remains in the bloodstream. The pancreas produces insulin if blood glucose levels are high. It does not realize that the insulin bridge is being broken down by the fat cells, so it keeps producing till it becomes overworked and packs up. This is how the body goes from having too much insulin to insulin not working to too little insulin. Diabetes in pregnancy. During pregnancy, because of the growing baby, a woman's body produces lots of hormones. Some of these hormones have the effect of raising blood sugar, but the only hormone that lowers blood sugar is insulin. So, pregnant women have to produce more insulin to keep their blood glucose levels normal. If they're unable to do this, they'll end up with high blood glucose levels or diabetes. Diabetes in pregnancy plays out in either of two scenarios. The first scenario is that the woman already had diabetes before pregnancy, either type 1 or type 2. The second scenario is when a woman becomes pregnant at the stage when her pancreas is already producing lots of insulin that her fat stores are not utilizing when the insulin bridges are being broken. So, her body cannot increase production during pregnancy. A woman who becomes diabetic for the first time during pregnancy is either at a stage of insulin not working, when the pancreas is already producing at full capacity, or producing too little insulin when the pancreas has packed up. Depending on the stage of diabetes, she may either revert to being diabetes-free after pregnancy or require continued treatment and management of diabetes. How does a person get diabetes? Genes. Genes are the blueprint or master plan that determine the unique nature of each person. They determine everything about you, from your hair or skin color, the sound of your voice, foods you like, how your body fights illness, even how you think. Your body structure and ideal body weight are controlled by your genes. If you lose weight below your ideal body weight, your mind prompts you to eat to revert to your ideal weight, but this is unfortunately not the case when people exceed their ideal body weight. Going back in time, early man lived a different lifestyle from ours now. They survived by hunting and scavenging and went through periods of abundance and scarcity. The body stored excess food as fat during periods of abundance and used up these stores during periods of scarcity. Nowadays, we have food in abundance all year round and are not as active as our ancestors because we have many different machines for carrying out most of our activities. In order to be physically active, we need to make extra effort to take part in activities like jogging, walking, and working out, at the gym. In ancient times, people consumed food closer to their natural state, unlike now when we have so much processed food which are made up of high amounts of carbohydrates. The excess energy generated from these processed foods is converted to fat. This makes gaining weight above your genetically ideal body weight so much easier and results in health problems. In summary, the three key factors that control if a person gets diabetes or not are genes, diet, activity.